Welcome to Vancouver traffic. Just trying to get over this damn bridge. I've already been here for 15 minutes, just crawling along on the on-ramp here. The Lionsgate Bridge, you know, it's a beautiful bridge, it's a landmark for Vancouver, but I'll tell you something, it should be at least 6 lanes, and it's almost 100 years old, this bridge. They actually did have a big project a few years ago. They spent $500 million redoing this bridge. The bridge deck, paint. They slightly widened it for larger sidewalks and a little bit bigger lanes, but it's still only 3 lanes. So we have to deal with this every day if you commute in and out of downtown Vancouver, at least on this bridge. All the other bridges outside of Vancouver in the suburbs are all like 6 or 8 lanes. They're huge. But there was a lot of resistance to widen this bridge from environmental groups, of course, because they would have to widen the roadway as well. The roadway that goes through Stanley Park, which is on the other side of the bridge. And God forbid they'd have to cut down a few trees. So I guess they prefer thousands of idling vehicles all day, because they seem to have a problem with vehicles too. So interesting. But and also a lot of the rich people over here in West Vancouver who did not want more traffic over here, so they were resisting making a 6-lane version of this bridge. And it's funny because it doesn't ever prevent traffic from coming over. It just means we're all stuck on the bridge getting pissed off. People still come over though because they have to. They commute. Anyways, here we go. This is where everybody has to be polite up here. There's 3 lanes merging into 1. Quite often what happens too is I'll be in the middle of the bridge when they change the counterflow lane, or they change it so that there's 2 lanes going my way. It always happens once I'm already on the bridge, but but it's probably not going to happen now because it is rush hour, so all the people coming towards me are coming out of downtown Vancouver, and going in is going to be 1 lane till at least probably 6 or 6:30. Oh boy. It's almost 5 now. Sometimes people are a little bit snivelly here. You see, it should be 1 car in on each side. Sometimes people are like, oh, they see a big truck like mine, they get all butthurt, and they're like, no, I can't let that truck get in front of me, even though they're not going to get anywhere any faster than me if they're behind me. But people just get so anal about that. I hate being behind big trucks. It's so funny because most of the time when I get stuck behind a slow ass car, it pisses me off. I'm always trying to get around them. But the V8 in this thing can knock the socks off of all you little commuter cars, alright? Get that out of my way! Okay, it's going okay this time. Everybody was polite. That's right. You're allowed in, Jeep. And now I have a bus coming up, so you have to let the buses in. So he's gonna sneak in here in front of me. Oh, it's a packed bus. Sardine can. Look at all the people in there. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it's packed. It is just packed. I'm glad I'm not on that bus. Okay. Now, I go. Now you all get to know Patrick O'Donnell. If you want to buy or sell a house, he's the guy. That's what I hear. I hear that bus is full too. Oh man. Well, I was going to drive over the bridge and give you guys a nice view, but instead you're going to get a view of a packed bus in front of me. I could have been a jerk and got ahead of him, but you know. The sun's trying to come out there. Oh, wow. So, I just did a big cleaning on my motorhome, as you all saw in the last video. And now I am going over to visit some family I haven't seen for a while. So going over for a family dinner on the other side of Vancouver, basically. We don't have much RV stuff to talk about really, but you guys insist on seeing my day-to-day videos, even just driving, so here you go. Come on, this needs to be 6 lanes. They had a proposal to make it 3 lanes underneath as well. They had a tunnel proposal. They had all sorts of ideas. They were all squashed. So they spent all that money. They just repainted the bridge, put in new LED lights, and redid the deck. Made the sidewalks a bit wider. By the way, guys, Stanley Park, for those of you not familiar with Stanley Park, which is the park we're about to drive through, is the largest urban park in North America. It's huge, it's awesome. And there's a big seawall that goes all around it, so it's very popular with people in Vancouver to hike, jog, all the rest of that in the mornings. People that live downtown in condo towers can just walk over to Stanley Park and do the seawall. I forgot how many kilometers it is. It's quite a few kilometers to go around the seawall, but it's definitely a nice walk or a nice bike. There's actually quite a few roads that go through Stanley Park too. There's lots of attractions. They used to have the zoo in here, the Vancouver Zoo, back before they moved it way out to Abbotsford. And there's the aquarium here as well. It's basically old growth forest right in the middle of downtown Vancouver. So that's kind of ironic that we're following Patrick O'Donnell here in a motorhome. I wonder if he sells wheel estate as well as real estate. Oh man. It's warm, guys, too. It's 12 degrees. To give you perspective, that means it's even too warm on the ski hills for it to snow. And most of the ski hills are closed right now due to lack of snow and rain. Most of the slopes are just washed out, so even up on the mountains we're not getting snow here. Yet other parts of the country and US are getting more than usual. They're getting tons of snow, as most of you would know if you follow the news. But here on Vancouver we are experiencing the Pineapple Express, which we do get every few years, which is warm tropical air basically. And it really affects the local ski hills because they're just a notch above sea level, right above the city. They already have problems from the heat island of the cities. The big city below, you've got an urban heat island effect. So everywhere within a few kilometers of the city is a little bit warmer than other surrounding areas because of all the concrete and everything else. But when you get a Pineapple Express, the temperature shoots up a few degrees. Forget it. The ski hills are pretty much out of business until the storm passes and temperatures go down. Because even on a normal winter, it's barely cold enough to snow on the local hills. Down in Vancouver, it's 6 or 7 degrees, which means it's maybe 0 degrees, like just at freezing at the bottom of the chairlifts. Sometimes it's not freezing until you get halfway up the chairlift, and so you get mixed rain and snow and whatnot. So when you get these weather systems that come in, which do happen from time to time, I remember growing up in Vancouver, and my luck would be the years I bought seasons passes, we would get one of these, and it would just be a complete washout. But the last few years have been incredible with record early ski seasons and tons of snow, so I guess I shouldn't be complaining. But I am looking forward though for the end of this Pineapple Express, so I can go hit the slopes again soon. Because even Whistler is pretty much washed out right now. It's all green. You can go golfing if you want there. Anyways, I'm gonna let you go because my data is probably gonna be through the roof to upload this video. So peace out everyone, keep on rocking in the free world.